G'day off trackers, welcome back to another product review. What's going on, Ash? Where are we?
Melbourne.
But yeah, we've had to seek shelter in the caravan because if you span over to Off Track HQ, it's absolutely bucketing down. The magpies are smart. I'm not sure if they can see the magpies hiding in the camp kitchen to get out of the rain. But yeah, it's absolutely bucketing down. So luckily we've got the caravan. We're seeking shelter under here. But I've gone full production spec. Look at this. Look at all the lights. More next to you. So trying to make it nice and bright in here so that I'm not, I think it's called backlit or something, and I come all dark. Yeah, you guys hate it when I get the lights all wrong. But yeah, moved undercover. And something I want to touch on before we get started. Any products that you guys really want to see, please comment below what they are. And I'll reach out to the company, see if they'll send it to me to review so you guys can basically get a feel for the product, see if it's worthwhile you spending your hard on before, hard on? Jeez, it's a bit inappropriate. Yeah, hard earned. Before you actually part with your money. So yeah, comment that below any products you'd love to see. But what are we doing this week, Ash?
We are reviewing...
You're meant to be talking.
Battery charger. I had to read the box.
Geez, you'd be no good on radio. You're not allowed silence. So yeah, thanks to Super Cheap Auto, we've got another Renogy product. And this is another one that at the moment is exclusive to Super Cheap Auto. So this is their 50 amp Renogy DCDC Charger. So before I get into it, I want to actually show you what comes in the box. Just a massive thing that I was blown away when I picked this up. So these are exclusive to Super Cheap Autos at the moment as well. I haven't seen them anywhere other than Super Cheap. So in the box, they actually give you a temperature sensor, which is, you're meant to put this near your battery. So it's reading the ambient temperature around your battery and it will change the voltage so it doesn't cook your battery. So if it's too hot or too cold, they can change it, as well as they actually give you a full set of 3 Anderson plugs with the lugs, everything you need to actually put it all together, and they give you the screws. So the Anderson plugs are, because they're actually really nice for Australians, put on Andersons. So that way you can run your extension cables out to your battery, out to your ignition source, and for solar. As I mentioned in the last video, no contract. I'm literally being told, test it, use it, let you know honestly what I think about it. And I love when channels do that. And by now the companies know that when they reach out to me that I'm going to be 100% honest with them. So again, we'll be doing the same as we normally do. Good, the bad, my thoughts on it, and we'll run through the specs on it as well. But anyway, let's get into the actual product review. It's a bit weird doing out here, Ash. I don't have like a seat to sit on or a bar. Everything's down very low. Okay, into the specs first. So first one we're going to talk about is the price. So $4.99, unbelievable price, and that's obviously at Super Cheap Auto. Bluetooth, which is, you guys know, I love Bluetooth because for fault finding it just makes life really easy. If you have Bluetooth in every bit of your system, you can basically see which one's not working and instantly fix the problem. So Bluetooth, which is really handy, has a 3-year warranty, but something I noticed on the box, it does state that the 3-year warranty is for the material only. So that's for the case, it's not for the electronics. Luckily, you guys that know me, I know a fair bit about consumer law. You're actually covered by consumer law. I'd say, man, this thing should probably last about 5 years. So you probably got 5 years. You know, that's up to wherever you buy it to sort of argue that. But to me, I'd be thinking somewhere between 3 and 5 years is what this unit should last, which is what you're covered for. Onto the next one is the maximum solar input. So you can actually chuck in through this, because it's a DCDC charger and MPPT, so it'll do solar and your alternator. And you can chuck in 720 watts of solar, which is 56 amps. So remember, just because you can put that in doesn't mean you can get it out the other end. So it's a maximum of 50 amps coming out of the unit. So basically you can get 50 amps of solar to come out of it. Battery types that it can do, it'll do all your major ones, your AGM, your gels, your lithium, all the major ones, it'll do them. Every charger these days should do that. Your protection rating, this is pretty cool. So it's actually IP67 rated, which means it's fully sealed, which is why they come pre-terminated and there's nowhere to actually connect into it. So that means you can chuck this outside your caravan and it's all good. It's covered from water resistance, from dust. You can actually have it outside. Engine bay, a lot of people chuck IP67 rated stuff in your engine bay. Don't do it. Doesn't like the temperature in there. Doesn't matter if the manufacturers tell you they can go in there. Red Arc's one of the big ones. People put their Red Arc stuff in their engine bay. You shouldn't do it. You're going to cook it. You're going to shorten the life on it. So, but yeah, you can chuck it outside your caravan, no problem. Honestly, chuck it inside, you'll get a longer life out of it. Next one I want to touch on is channels. So unfortunately, this unit isn't dual channel. It does prioritize green energy. So if you're driving down the road and you have solar panels connected to it as well, it won't take the charge from the alternator. It'll only take the charge from the solar panels. That isn't a good thing to me. An easy fix for it is you should really have in between your device and whatever you're going to, you should have a fuse, or as you guys know, I recommend using safety switches. So I would just chuck in between a safety switch, and that way just trip it, turn it off when you're driving. If you're going to be getting more from your alternator, turn off the solar. Don't allow it to actually get any solar, and that way it'll just let the DCDC charger have the priority. Or you can do what I'm going to do. I'm going to have an MPPT connected as well, which my solar will go through that. So there, I'll have a backup for the solar for an additional port, but my majority of my solar will actually go through a different MPPT, and this will just be used for alternator charging. What else do we want to talk about on here, Ash? Your alternator, so it can do between 9 and 32 watts. So is 100% 24 volt, I think I said watts, 24 volt capacity. So you can definitely run it on both systems, 24 or 12 volt. And then your operating temperatures is minus 35 to 80 degrees. So the 80 degrees is generally when most companies say they can go in an engine bay. You won't find any that are rated above 80 degrees. So I would dare say this is probably going to be promoted as an engine bay safe product because it can do that 80. Chuck a thermometer in your engine bay, I can guarantee it gets above 80 degrees, so don't chuck it in there. But Queensland, Northern Territory, this unit's going to be perfect. Really good for us. Your dimensions are on the screen. Your weight, it's under 2 kilos, which is phenomenal. And then a whole bunch of certificates that it's approved for. So that's your specs for you. Nice, short, sharp, simple. As you can see on the specs, it's actually pretty bloody good, especially the temperature that it can work in and being fully sealed. What's next, Ash? The good.
The good.
Let's get into the good. Okay, into the good. I have to say, the build quality on this is psycho. It is all metal, no plastic. It's really incredibly strong. The Bluetooth is definitely got to be a massive good. The Bluetooth is phenomenal. I love that it comes pre-terminated with Andersons. That really shows that they're thinking about Australians, because as I've said multiple times, Australia is really the only place that uses Anderson plugs. So this clearly is only being sold in Australia, or they're terminating them for Australia and shipping them over here. So that's really handy. The temperature sensor is another thing that I really rate. There's not many DCDC chargers that I've seen that come with that. And yeah, I'd say the size is probably another one. Really small and compact. Really cool. This, if anybody's wondering, so there's these extra ports here, which we looked up what they do. They're basically they've got an RV series, and the communication cables from the RV series are compatible with this unit. But yeah, that's about it for the good. Oh, I'm going to throw in the temperature. The temperature's a massive good as well. I would say there's not many units that allow you to work up to 80 degrees. And anybody that's been following my EnerDrive, it unfortunately doesn't like hot temperatures. It's rated to 50 degrees, but as soon as sun hits it, shuts off. So temperature is definitely a big one, and being fully enclosed and water resistant. Next is into the bad.
No, God, please, no!
Hopefully you guys can hear us over the rain. It is absolutely bucketing down now. Look at that. I'm going to have a shower under that. Okay, into the bad things. So obviously the no dual channel, not being able to do DC-DC and solar at the same time, that's not a great thing. But obviously for the price, that's why you don't have it. And also, to let you know, there's very few products on the market that let you do dual channel. So yeah, it's not a very common thing to be able to have dual channel in these. So, but to me, I would have loved to have seen it come out with dual channel. The other thing, I haven't got to turn it on yet. We'll see when I actually install it, but hopefully these lights are nice and bright. I do like an LCD screen that tells you what's going on, but as long as they're bright, it's no biggie. Nice button to change the type. So is there anything else sort of bad about it, Ash?
Nope, because I have no idea what it is.
You know what's interesting? It doesn't have a third input for your smart alternators. So a lot of your DC-DC chargers now on your inlet will have a 3-pin, and one of them being for the constant 12-volt power. For us running a farm truck, no problem, it doesn't have a smart alternator. But I'm assuming they've thought about that, and you can just join up into your positive in that cable and it'll let it know that there's basically power coming through. Other than that, I can't really see too much wrong with it. It is actually not a bad unit. So let's get into the wrap up and my thoughts.
I am thinking here.
So my thoughts, would I recommend you buying one? At this stage, going off the build quality and the Bluetooth function sells me massively. Yes, I'd recommend you buying one of these. They're not very much, what is it? 549?
That's on their website.
Sorry,
Too.
$499.
$499.
Yeah, $499. Yeah, at that price, you can't go wrong. This thing's brilliant. 50 amps, brilliant. That's what you want. You don't want to be going smaller than 50 amps. Yeah, to me, I rate it. Having the tool plug and play makes it easier for you guys to DIY install. 100% I recommend you buying one of these. The test of time we'll see once I install it, which is happening next week, Thursday. So you guys will get to see that. There's a whole 12-volt upgrade going on, and I'll touch on why I'm doing that then. But yeah, I can't say that this is a rubbish product. It feels phenomenal. Let's see how it goes once it's actually installed. Till next time, Ash, what do they got to do?
Like, comment, subscribe.
And follow me on Instagram. Anything else?
No.
Comment below any other stuff that you want to see this channel review. It's a channel for you guys, so you let me know what products you want to see on here, and I'll reach out to the company, see if they'll give it to me to test out and play before you guys buy it, because I want you guys to have the true facts before you spend your hard-earned on it.
Maybe new Bulba.
Who do we want, Ash?
ATX?
No, ATD?
ATD.
Isn't it ATD? Whoever it is, the one with the big, massive...
We're not getting that.
Yeah, the
No,
big
we're not.
angry one, an intimidator bull bar.
No.
So until next time, guys, see ya.